Hello class 7. So now let's continue this chapter, the Antlion, from the second page itself where we were discussing earlier. So now we were discussing that Max thought that the lion ant which was down there is too big. It's too big, so it's nothing for the lion ant to kill the smaller ants. And his lips pursued now. Why now? Because Max was afraid now. Afraid because the battle which was going on down. And he began to think about the battle which happens around the world. So now at the same time he is also thinking about the battle which is happening in the world around. So we'll find that Max was afraid. So the two children stared down, lying on their stomach and head almost together. So the ant hesitated and began to struggle up against the slope. Now which ant was this? Now here we are referring to the smaller ants which Max have sent down, but now the Antlion moves quickly, dexterously and thrusts its stumpy forelegs from the sand and began to jerk its head heavy and tool-like. So now his head was very heavy and tool-like because it's a big ant. So the hot shadows of the tree above moved across and across, filled the afternoon with their monotonous shrill. The battle swayed. Now here swayed means swayed means that the battle went on between the smaller and the lion ant. Now Morwenna moved aside. Her rib was against a knotted root of the tree. Now Morwenna could not see any more. She was very afraid, but as she moved, Max gave a shout of triumph, like Max shouted at that time. Now Morwenna turned around. Why did she turn around? And said, "Oh, what happened?" She thrust him aside and peered down. Now Morwenna pushed Max aside. He just pushed Max aside and peered down to see what was happening. Now why did she peer down now? We'll find that Morwenna had started enjoying now. This is how children, they shift their feelings. Children move away from the feelings which they have when they see things at a very close up. So now I ought to save him, Morwenna thought. Now Morwenna thought that I must save him because I ought not to let. Why was she not let? Because their mother would call it cruelty to animals. But she no longer wanted to put down her twig. Now why she doesn't want that? Now if you remember that what her mother is telling her, but she did not want to put the twig down. Why? Because she was enjoying it. Because now she has started enjoying the game. Even if Max would let her, even if the Max wanted to put it down, but she did not want to. Shamed, enraptured, she clung to the tree. She was ashamed that she was enjoying it. She was ashamed of herself that why she was enjoying it. But still she did not help the ant to move up because she was enjoying it. At the bottom of her heart, with one hand, and stared down. Now she began to start down to see the fight. Now she is very much enjoying it. So the little ant grew struggle more spasmodic. So the lion saw his chance now. The Antlion saw his chance now. Then he released his leg and seized the ant. Now here we end up with the second page.